Yo, what's up? I'm Zach. Welcome back to my channel of RWBY Mythology, and well, back again with another RWBY Ice Queendom review video. But this is a collab video because we're gonna discuss about the series as a whole, give our thoughts, etc. But you guys know I mentioned this before, like what, in 2 or 3 of one of my review videos of the Ice Queendom. I'm here with the homie of mine, Crimson Hollow. So, what's good, Hollow?
Yo, what's good, my fellow Hollows? Boy, the Crimson Hollow coming at you with this review, and thanks for having me, Shadow.
What?
Me, Zach.
Oh yeah, you know the only one because every time I ended the video, I always end my Shadow Critias intro. I was like, fuck. I was like, wait a minute, wrong channel. But yeah, before we get into this, the review and all, first off, major spoilers because if you have not seen the last episode, which was yesterday, or seen the entire episode as a whole, go check it out now. And also, link to Crimson Hollow's channel down below in the description box so you guys subscribe to him, give him some love and support. So, yeah, I just want to clip those out of the way. But we're going to give our honest thoughts of the entire series as a whole. And you guys know I already done my reviews of all the episodes. So I'm going to let Crimson Hollow to give his thoughts on the entire series as a whole. So what's your thought on, RWBY Ice Queendom?
Man, RWBY Ice Queendom, I really thought it was a good show. It was a really good show. The first episode was amazing. It recapped all 3 episodes in one. So I was like, what was so amazing? It was so amazing. Second one was good. Introduced Team Juniper and other teams. And when they introduced the Nightmare Grim, I was surprised to see a new Grim in the story.
Right.
And Nightmare Wise, yeah, all the other and seeing Negative Wise is seeing how RWBY truly feels. Like, it was really interesting to see that.
Right. Like, when they announced that, oh, this is Ice Queendom, so I was like, so this is basically going to be focusing on Weiss, but what kind of story that people want to do with her? And, like, we found out what the Nightmare Grim does, which we will talk about the Nightmare Grim later, because we're going to discuss a lot of things, like the characters, how they really feel, each other, the Nightmare Grim, and so on and so forth. What else? To me, I enjoy this. I was really good, and it was really good. I was so freaking high when they announced the 4 Japanese voice actress who played all the members of Team RWBY. When they revealed the trailer of the anime of RWBY Ice Queendom, I lost my shit. Like, oh my god, they actually done it.
Yeah.
And I was so friggin' hyped. And when it was, right now they actually sent on the figures, the manga. I was like, just take my money. Just take my goddamn money. like immediately they start selling both the manga, the poster, and the figurines of the design of the Team RWBY characters in the dream world. And a lot of people were kind of disappointed because people theorized this might be the alternate universe, but apparently not. It's just in the dream of Weiss. But actually before that, we actually get to see John's dream, but then later on we got to see Weiss's dream. And so a lot of people seeing Weiss more like an Death type of person.
Yeah.
Because I was like, when they first released the first ever image of Weiss and those drones, the one thing people said to Weiss, like, why did she look like Death from A Comic Got Killed? Like,
True.
I was like, true, but one thing is different. Her hair is white, Death is blue.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh god, I was like, I can't wait. I can't even talk. Like, I get the feeling that people are gonna make a fan art of Weiss as Death. I'll be like, oh my god. But I'm surprised no one actually did it. They just immediately made a fan art of tons of Team RWBY's new design of this series, and but the entire series was really freaking good. Like the animation, the new singing, and
Yeah.
well, in my end, the way the website I used to watch this series, the first 3 episodes was like merged into one instead of just separately. So basically, if y'all trying to find the site, which is cartoon watch cartoon online, which is WCO dub online or something like that, you will find it, but it will be like 10 episodes because 3 episodes have been merged into one. So basically like 10 episodes instead of 12.
Yeah.
And the first 3 episodes felt the nostalgia, because, like, god damn, especially the ending episode, the final episode, which we'll save that later. But now, I think that's pretty much it. What I have to say, my side of my honest thoughts about the series. Like, there's no bad thing or anything. I feel it was just really, really damn good. And for those people who may not know, or some people may have never seen it, they're going to release the English dub version in September the 25th, which is this coming month. And yeah, because I don't know why people wanted to wait until the English dub, but to me, when they released the trailer for the English dub, I don't know why RWBY decided to go ahead and do the English dub version. I was just like, just leave it as a Japanese dub with subtitles, because it felt much better having the English voice actors.
Yeah.
And it's just like how they did for the 3D animation. Like, oh, the 3D animation was just an English dub, which is better, but when they actually got the Japanese voice actress for doing the 3D animation, it just didn't felt right. So, so just leave it how it was, but I don't know why people wanted to wait until the English dub version, because it's just, I don't know why people want to wait, but to me, I don't. I just want to watch it as a whole. But yeah, but now we're gonna get to I want to get to the characters, but we might as well go straight to the Nightmare Grim, because I think that's the one that started the series as a whole.
Yeah.
So the Nightmare Grim, they have the ability to basically kind of like possess you because of your strong aura that you have, and they actually will kind of corrupt you or something like that, because the Nightmare Grim will give you like this vine mark on you, like it's kind of like a virus, kinda.
Yeah, very much.
And you stuck in your dream until someone gets you out of it, like the Professor Shion. I think that's his. I think I pronounced the name.
Yes, we pronounced it right, Shion.
Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't butcher it. But and I just can't. I can't even look at the character because I'm sorry, that person cannot be a guy by looking like that. I just can't accept that.
If you heard the English dub version, it sounds a little more feminine in the dub.
I know, like, how is this a guy?
Yeah.
Like, how is this a guy? It sounds like a woman. Both English and Japanese. Like, that is not a guy. That has to be a woman just having flat chest.
Yeah, pretty much has to be a black chest woman.
Like, why? Why you have to throw me off? That's the reason why I consider that person as a she instead of a guy.
Damn.
I just can't. I just can't look at the character because it's just like, the one thing I keep seeing is like he's not a guy. That has to be a woman. I'm sorry. I cannot consider that.
Yeah.
And this character has the ability to capture the nightmare grim that are possessing the people who has strong aura, like John and Weiss. Even though John already have his aura earlier in the first volume, Weiss had her aura since when she was a kid. So basically the aura the nightmare grim been possessing her, and one thing had been stated in the final episode, it said it took both Team RWBY and John to free Weiss from her dream for about 4 or 5 months. It took them that fucking long.
Yeah.
So basically in the dream, they think, oh, it took them like a 1 day, but no. When they're out, they've been gone in this dream for 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
So basically, kind of like a hyperbaric time chamber, like 1 day in there, 1 year in there, or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like, wait, 4 or 5 months? What the fuck? That doesn't make no sense. And basically, the Nightmare Grim, you could say that the Nightmare Grim is kind of like Freddy Krueger in a way.
Yeah.
That's why I had the vibe, like, why do I feel like this is gonna be like Freddy Krueger or some shit? Because of the Nightmare Grim. And basically the Nightmare Grim is actually not only possessed someone who has a strong aura, it also revealed the one thing you're afraid of, or how you really feel. Because John has just like a little bit of it, but Weiss has, wow, oh shit.
For real.
Like,
A lot.
Like, we might as well go straight to the character now, because I think the first character we need to go over is basically Weiss, because wait, what?
The show is barely based off her.
Yeah, for real. And they made Weiss as a total fucking bitch.
For real, she made Negative Wife was a total bitch.
I was like, and even the professor said, like, these two are just the opposite version of Weiss. The one that's starting showing Carrie, but the other in her dream is basically herself, how she really feels from her heart.
Yep.
And hell, even Yang tells RWBY about when it's all over, we'll ask her how she really feels about us. And freaking Weiss just like, God, like Weiss sees Ruby as a, well, acting like a child and being reckless all the time.
Yeah.
And none of that. She views Yang as a that she's been influenced RWBY all the time, and that did piss off Yang. Like, she's like, hold up, motherfucker, I know you did not just call me out.
Well.
Like, she's like, I busted my ass to take care and look after my baby sister, and you telling me that I'm influencing my sister because how young she is? That little did piss her off.
For real.
And Weiss, I think she has so much hate RWBY more than Blake and Yang.
Yeah, because.
Wait, what? You were?
That's why.
No, you were cutting off. What?
I feel like the reason why she hates RWBY more than the other, because she was the leader and not her.
And it shows how empath affects her, because, like, she doesn't consone to this, and she doesn't understand. She, like, again, this is Weiss here that we're talking about, how she really feel, and this is how all of her feelings been hiding into her heart, because she doesn't want to let them know how she really feels. It's just like, and what even worse, how she viewed Team Juniper as a whole.
Real. She thinks of them as dummies that should be locked in the cage.
And then she viewed Pure as a, she felt that Pure shouldn't be teaming up with
John, no.
Yeah, I know. I was like, first, like, okay, I understand why you had your reason with John, but what did Ren and Noah do to you?
Real, I thought that as well.
Hell, even Ren and Noah said it too in the episode. Like, what did we do to her? We did nothing.
Real.
And it's just like, God damn, Weiss? Now you're just being a total dick. And what else? And
how she see her family.
Oh yes, yeah. That was the most deep shit.
Real.
Like,
you saw Whitley at the back, Winter as a book of Law and Order, her mother as a shadow, and her father as
the face of the company.
Face of the company.
Like, God damn. Like, fuck. None of that. She views Klein as nothing more as a servant.
A servant, yeah, as a servant. She had multiple versions of Klein in the dream world.
7 personality. Yeah, 7 in personality.
The other personality, one robot, and a couple are, and the others were doors.
Yeah, and one of them is the dog. One of them is the general.
Yeah, one of them was a candle too.
Yeah, true. And out of that, Weiss doing this for, because she wants to honor her grandfather.
Yeah.
Because she very looks up to him more than everyone.
Correct.
And it actually stated in this dream that, yeah, in reality, Weiss is not that strong. But in the dream,
Yeah.
she is that fucking powerful. Like, for fuck's sake, Ruby got her ass whooped.
Yeah, for real. She got her ass whooped in the first encounter of Negative Weiss.
Yeah, when we saw her, how powerful she was, we'd be like, what the fuck? She was not this strong.
For real, she was not that strong. She was straight bodying Ruby.
Yeah, for real. Hell, wait, what? She actually bodied the entire team.
For real.
And it's just like fucking hell. Like, at the same, like, when it comes to White's point of view, you felt guilt for her, but at the same time, you felt like that she's been a total bitch. You don't know what to feel.
For real.
And when it comes to Ruby, after all the missions trying to save Weiss, and here's the messed up part. Weiss, she's doing this for Ruby. She wants to protect Ruby. Like, wait, hold on. You care for Ruby, but at the same time, you said that she's not worthy to be as a team leader. Like, her feelings like everywhere now. Like, what does she really feel? Does she care or don't care? But we learned and found out that she cares for Ruby because she's such a young age to have this responsibility, and she believes that she's not ready or fit to be a leader.
Real.
And later on, Ruby, she's questioning herself being, her being as a leader, until later on, she finally admits that she's not worthy. She doesn't deserve to be a leader. And hell, she even said it to John, like, oh, Team Jennifer are basically the greatest team, but Team Ruby is just a disappointment. And she doesn't consider herself as a team leader. And it's just kind of hits Ruby in the heart, like, she feel like this team was just a disappointment. Weiss was right. I'm just danger distress, and I'm youngest, and I don't know what I'm doing, and she should have been the leader, but no, Osman put me as a leader.
Yeah.
And Yang, she's still the same Yang.
Yes, they do the same Yang.
Yeah.
Nothing changed about her.
Yeah, because she likes to... They kept her character how she was before... Because keep this in mind, this takes place like after Volume 1 and before Volume 2. So her personality is still the same. She rushed in without even thinking. But the scene where Wise tell her how Yang conflicted Ruby and treated her as a reckless kid, and considered Yang as a terrible sister, that pissed off Yang.
It did piss off. That really pissed her off.
I know, like, I think that scene said when White said you're just being a terrible sister, because, well, in the main series, people keep saying that Yang is a terrible sister, which that's a goddamn lie.
That is a damn lie, yeah.
Because people do not understand, because they don't have a sibling, or they do have a sibling, they just don't understand. Like, you do know that Yang, she does care her little sister. It's just Yang finally let Ruby go and let her be her own adult, her own decision. Because you saw how Yang saw Ruby leading the group. She knows that she's finally growing up, and now she knows it's time to let her go.
Yeah.
She knows, because Yang's always overprotecting Ruby because she's just a little sister. But now she's all grown, and now as being her own person, Yang decided to let her go, and Yang just be herself for once, and Ruby could be herself for once.
Bro.
That's basically a part of a sibling. But apparently, people don't get that, and people think Yang doesn't really care for Ruby. She only cares for Blake. You idiot! She does care. It's me growing up.
Call growing the fuck up, yeah.
It's me growing up because you saw how Ruby and Yang are. They're still caring, but they decided to be themselves, not just overprotecting. Because let's be honest, Ruby's gonna have her own life, and you guys know that Yang is not just gonna keep looking after Ruby all the time. No.
Oh, she has her own lives too.
Like people are just that dumb, because for God's sake, Yang has been spending more time with Blake than Ruby because, well, for God's sake, have you not seen how them two started becoming closer to each other? Like, for fuck's sake, people, y'all should know this, how Yang decided to let Ruby go because she's now growing up. Because Yang never have any time for herself because she was being looking after Ruby.
Yep.
Hell, even Blake was wondering why Yang was smiling. And Yang was like, nothing. Because Yang knows that Ruby's all growing up now, and she finally decided to let Ruby go.
Yeah.
Now for Blake, I'm honestly surprised she didn't get pissed off how Weiss viewed the White Fang.
For real. She was just like all chill about it.
I know, like, and then and the one thing about Negative Weiss, when she mentioned about Blake, that actually concerned her and worried about Blake and all. Like, wait, you care about Blake even though she's a Faunus?
Yeah, for real. I was thinking that too. Like,
and then the moment where Blake comes up with a plan, but Yang, on the other hand, said, like, we don't need a plan. We need to end this now. And Blake's like, you're not thinking straight. We done it once. Ruby done it once. Well, look what happened. We failed. If we do this again, we're going to fail again, and we're going to lose Weiss. Period.
Yeah.
And Blake decided, like, you know what? I have one plan that actually might work. And Blake said, you know what? Screw it. I might as well become Negative Blake.
Yeah. So she totally thought to you beat fire with fire. That's pretty much what her plan was.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, she said, like, all of us are no match, not in the same level or equal to Weiss. So basically, I must become her equal.
Yeah.
Even Yang was questioning about it. I was like, excuse me?
Well, she was questioning that.
And let me think. So Blake became Negative Blake, and we found out what Blake's worst fear was. She's afraid. Yeah, she's afraid to become like Adam.
Yeah.
Like, at first, we didn't know what the hell was going on. Like, the sky was cracking. We see the White Fang, and we saw Blake. Like, wait, what the fuck?
For real.
And when it got close to Blake's face, like, she's wearing Adam's mask. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wear Adam's mask and have one of Adam's swords.
I was like, holy shit, it just got real.
Real.
And then we found out how this came to pass. Like, oh, it was part of Blake's plan. So basically, Ruby and John, they did not know about the plan.
Yeah, only Yang knew about the plan.
And hell, freaking Weiss was like a certain like, what? The Blake I knew would never say such a thing. Like, oh, and Blake was like, oh, so you care? Like, now she's starting to talk like Adam. Like, oh fuck, she really does talk like Adam now. And hell, even Adam asks, like, did you have regret on betraying us? And Blake said, I have no regret what I did. And Adam said, well, your heart says otherwise.
Otherwise, yeah.
And it's just, well, shit. Until now, for John, at first I was like wondering why not get the team Juniper, help them out, but apparently that's not gonna happen because it will drain the professor's aura really quickly.
Yeah, real quickly. If all Team Juniper went to the dream realm, yeah, that would drain her aura quick. So
John is like, yeah, John was the only one.
Yeah.
And out of fucking nowhere, like, wait a minute. When they showed Blake, Yang, and Ruby, I was like, wait a minute, where's John? And they ended with that episode. And until, hell, Ruby's like, hey, where's John? Someone's under the snow. Like, oh, there you are. And why the fuck are you under the snow? And John was wearing some freaking cloak and had this big, huge ass sword. Like, where the fuck did you get that?
Really, could have left the damn shit.
I was like, John was like, oh shit, that is heavy as fuck. And the freaking sword, I thought like, okay, their sword has no meaning, but apparently their sword does have meaning. Like, oh shit, never mind.
Yeah, they keep the bond. They keep the bond from coming any closer to them.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing: only the blade could touch anything, but not the hilt.
Yeah.
And hell, John couldn't even lift it, but all thanks to
the mini white
Ampera.
Yeah.
And my freaking John wielding a big sword. Like, yeah, John, if you grow some muscle, you might actually carry a big ass fucking sword.
Oh,
Wait, I think that's the reason why John decided, you know what, let me upgrade my shield and turn it add a blade, so I can make my sword as a big one to fit my size.
Yep.
And oh, the one that I was freaking shocked the most, the freaking golden whatchamacallit.
Oh yeah, that girl wasn't called that Yang was fighting. Oh hell
no. No. The girl was like, oh god no. I'm like, what is this? A freaking Attack on Titan now?
For real. Yo, and crazy part was all the white was growing too. The mini white.
I know. I was like, oh, okay, yep, Attack on Titan reference. God damn it. Here's the funny part. When Yang was riding her motorcycle and she actually, like, flying to the wall, Yang was riding her motorcycle to the wall. She's like, wait a minute, I could have done this from the beginning? Even she's like, what the fuck?
Could just drove my motorcycle to the wall. God damn it.
she was like, man, it's bullshit. And can we talk about the most funniest scene where John actually confronts Negative Voice?
Oh yeah.
Shit, the John's like, I will beat you. I will make sure snap you out of it. Put your ass in the cell. Like,
Put your ass in the cell. Like, get your ass back in that cell.
I was laughing my ass up. Like, they did my man dirty. Like, well, damn, did him dirty.
He said, get your ass back in that cell. You ain't gonna do shit.
For real, like, bitch, get your ass in there. Like, damn, the disrespect.
Ultimate disrespect.
I was like, even John's like, man, that's some bullshit. Didn't even stand a chance. There was no fight. Why just Amy had set them to the cell? Like, well, shit.
Well, shit.
And like fucking hell. Oh damn, freaking yawning. It was freaking all at war when the white Fang showed. Like, because of
dream was falling apart.
Because of Blake's dream.
Yeah.
Like, sheesh. Man, I was pissed. They ended with a freaking cliffhanger on that episode. I was mad as fuck.
Where Ruby was about to fight the Nightmare Grim.
We're like, the moment we've been waiting for, cliffhanger. I was like, you motherfuckers!
For real.
I was mad as fuck. And, the one thing I didn't like the most when it comes to this episode, mainly the final one, is Blake and Weiss moments, the fight between them two, and the conversation they had at the ending. I felt that was a good thing, because even Weiss, as she caught Blake surprised that she had the same feeling how Blake felt.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was a good touch. I actually liked that. And speaking of moment, this one thing that people were criticized about is Ruby activate her Silver Eyes ability for the first time.
Well, yeah, for real.
And Usman noticed it, but no one else did. And Ruby does not remember that.
For real.
Like, okay, I consider this a canon because Osman would know about the Silver Eye ability, which makes sense. And of course, he would never bring it out to anyone. And he did question about Ruby, but Ruby does not remember. But Osman doesn't want to, drag it out too much.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why people say they don't consider this canon because of that scene. But to me, if Ruby doesn't remember, and Osman is the only one who knows about it, then I'll consider that as a canon. I don't care what people say. But, I think that's pretty much it with the characters in the Nightmare Grim. So, the one that we could discuss it about is the art images that always ending with the episode.
Yeah.
And I basically kept, like, all of them. And we only have, like... Wait, how many? Well, the first 3 episodes didn't have...
it, but the 4th episode had it.
Yeah, from the 4th to 12th episode, so... So basically, 9 images from each 9 episodes.
Yep.
Because... the first one showed negative Weiss. The second was the mini Weiss. Huh?
I thought the second one was the Nora image.
I wasn't.
It was the mini Weiss.
The third one was Penny. 4th one was Nora. 5th was Blake and Wise. Not Blake and Wise, Blake and Yang. The next one was RWBY.
And the Snowboard, yeah. And the other one was Nicholas Blake.
And the other one was... No, the other one was Wise with the white relic.
Oh, yeah, White Relic, yeah.
And the last one was... God, it was fucking heartwarming. It hits me in the gut.
Team RWBY and Swan taking the group picture. At the I think it was looked like a comic book, yeah.
Yeah. That fucking hits me in the heart. Like, there's like so many. And I kept the screenshot of the ending episode of 4 Girls Are Smiling after the food fight.
Oh, yeah.
And I kept that because it felt like a heartwarming to me.
Bro.
It's like, god damn, man. If we have to say our favorite art image from that, it definitely has to be Negative Blake.
The Negative Blake with a good art image.
Yeah, that was the good one. And the second one has to be the group photo with Team RWBY and Swy. I think that was a pretty good touch.
Yeah, I like that. Cause that was a good touch. I liked it. I kind of
like
detailing.
Yeah, I like how, like, yeah, this is gonna be the last image with all the 4 girls. Like I said before in my last review of it, it just felt the nostalgia and also felt heartwarming and also sad at the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else to say because when it comes to the images, because
yeah.
But the opening and the end credit theme, oh my god, they are so good.
Yeah.
Like when we already know the theme song for the end credit music. I know that, but the opening theme.
The RWBY, but Japanese RWBY sung it during the live event.
Yeah. Yeah, which is honestly surprising, like, wow. And there's something you may not know. In the ending of the credit, they show the, the 4 girls. Like, we see Yang as the Golden Lock. The black flower, which represents Blade, Beauty and the Beast. And the other flower represents Snow White. And Rose, which represents Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
Which, that was a good touch. And the animation
was so good.
And same goes for the opening too. Like, oh fuck, that was pretty good. Like all the anime I have watched, I always skip both the opening and the end credit. But when it comes to this, I just watched it.
For me, I always watch. Like for me, I always watch the very first episode. I watched the first opening for the first episode of the anime. Then skip the rest.
But
and the same thing for the outros. But for this one, I saw all of them.
Yeah, it's just like I just can't. I just can't skip it because it's just holy fuck, it's really that good.
Yeah.
And oh man, I just I don't know what else to say because the entire series, the series as a whole is that damn good, and I just don't see like any problem. Oh wait! I think I know one scene that felt sad and yet heartwarming is where Yang actually see young Weiss speaking to her grandfather.
Oh yeah.
Bro, this is the first time we actually got to see her grandfather in the actual show.
For real. He was mentioned in the show, but he was actually, we see an actual face reveal of our grandfather.
Yeah, but now we see why Weiss looks up to her grandfather and why she wants to honor her grandfather's legacy, not her father.
Yeah.
And her grandfather tells her, like, you know, when you be out of here, you will have your own kingdom, and also you will find some people that you consider as friends and all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and here's something that did get me confused. When I thought Jacques Schnee was the son of Weiss's grandfather, but apparently not. Yeah, that got me freaking confused. Like, wait a minute.
Remember, Jacques was married into the Schnee name.
And Willow is the Schnee.
Yes.
And Jacques is also born as a Schnee.
Yeah, because remember what Weiss said in the 3rd volume of RWBY. She said you were just married into the Schnee name. You're not actual Schnee.
Oh. That actually threw me off. Like, wait a minute. I thought, like, Jacques was his son because, well, he only cares about the company, not anyone else. And I thought Willow was just some random person or whatever.
Because Willow had the same semblance as Weiss and Winter.
Yeah, that did throw me off.
Like, you didn't call that Willow also have a glyph semblance as well? That means she is a Schnee.
Yeah,
that... You know, and the woman just married. She was the heiress of the Schnee.
Which is kind of weird. Like, why would... Does that mean that Willow should be the one taking over the Schnee Dust Company instead of Jacques?
She does, but she's been drinking, so Jacques took her place. Remember, I think he's CEO of the Dust Company.
I think so, because, no, before that, she wasn't even alcoholic back then until Jacques revealed that, yeah, I only marry you for the damn company, not for you or anything like that.
Yeah.
And that basically caused her to be alcoholic.
Yeah.
Because we honestly don't know what she was like before she became freaking alcoholic.
Yeah, we didn't know how she was before she was alcoholic. We just knew how she is now as an alcoholic.
Yeah. But it's just, man, I'm trying to think on something right now. Out of all the episodes, what was our favorite moment in the entire series?
For me, I have to say, to be honest, I like the fight between Negative Blake and Weiss. That was a good moment for me.
If I had to say,
that conversation we were having.
Yeah, if I had to say my favorite moment, I will have to say how Weiss viewed her family.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Because it was so fucking deep. Because, like, it was so deep and like, holy fuck, I actually felt that.
Yeah.
Like, again, she viewed her father as basically the face of the company. She viewed her older sister as a book to read, to follow the rules and law.
Law, yeah.
And she views Whitley as just a bat, nothing more. And Willow just as a shadow because she was not part of Weiss's life.
Yeah.
Which is, god damn.
Yeah.
Like, Weiss didn't have a good, proper childhood. Like, yeah, the same goes for Blake.
For real. She literally was protesting for equal rights for the white bang. For the honest.
Hell, not only that, it actually got me wondering. Oh shit! I honestly forgot. When Ruby got affected by that nightmare grim, she actually fell asleep in Weiss's dream, and we saw her dream, and we all know it was not in reality.
Real, if we saw Weiss with no scar, and the mini Weiss started coming out of nowhere.
And the freaking drones.
In the drones.
I was like, even she knows. She was like, she is shocked and started to tear up.
For real.
And I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
So basically, we see her dream. So basically, Ruby's dream is basically positive.
Yeah, positive, yeah.
Like,
yo, the thing that hit me the most when Weiss finally snapped out of it, and she realized what she done.
yeah, she felt like, wait, what? At first, she was confused. Like, wait, what is up with my weapon? Why am I dressing like this? Where the heck are we? And why do they look like me? And why are people looking like that? Oh, you have no idea. Oh yeah, by the way, you're dreaming. And we're here to save you from the Nightmare Grim because you were possessed by the Nightmare Grim. So basically, this is your dream. And how you really feel about everything. Ooh, she felt embarrassed.
Real, she felt super embarrassed. Like,
she was... and hell, she even said this to John, like, if you tell this to anyone, I will never forgive you. It's kind of too late for that.
Too late for that because everybody else knows.
Even Weiss like, you guys gonna hate me. And it was like, and the other like, we're not gonna hate you. We're not gonna laugh at you. And we see how she really is. So it's like, you sure? Like,
if I was there, I would laugh at her.
And they all just laugh like, and Weiss like, y'all promised me not to laugh. Y'all mean.
Oh my god, I was fucking cracking up to when she said that shit.
They just couldn't resist. They're like, don't laugh. They're like, don't laugh. And they just laugh.
Yeah.
And hell, even Weiss doesn't want anyone to bring that shit up. She's like, oh, don't bring that up. It's too embarrassing. I just want to die.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is your fault. Like, you gotta. Hell, she actually felt pissed. No, at first she felt sad that she got corrupted that quickly and so easily that she didn't even notice.
Dang.
I was like, well, that's your fault for having all this grudge feeling to everyone.
Real.
And especially the part where the food fight when Ruby brought out that freaking big cash book. I knew the line where Ruby was like, sister. No, when she said like sister, friends, Weiss. Hey, I was like, yep, there it is. There's the line.
There it is.
that is funny. That is funny being dick. That's actually being dick. Like sisters, friends, lice. Hey, even she got pissed. Like she's like, hey.
Yo, it was super funny when we saw freaking Nora hit Weiss with a pie.
I was waiting for Nora just blaming on Ren like the original, but apparently she didn't. Like,
like for real life, Ren did it.
and why? Now we know who started the food fight because Yang started. Because Weiss by the start. Like, you know what? Fuck this. Y'all want a food fight? You get it. And John's like, all right, we Team General accept your challenge. I want to hit the line like, justice will be sweet, justice will be painful, it will be delicious. I want to hear that line like in Japanese, like I want to say it like, damn it. But for fuck's sake, the animation of that food fight, like, why is this better than the original?
Bro.
It looked like actual real fight, but with food.
Real.
Like, until we hear the dialogue with the two professors. I mean, at first I was confused. Like, wait, was this just Ozpin's narrating or two of them? But when I went back watching that scene again, it was like, okay, yeah, it was two professors. I was confused at first. And I don't know, you saw it on the server for the RWBY X Queendom. Like, you see all the four girls, how they're smiling and joy with soda effects, that stuff.
Yeah. I saw it.
Yeah, and the music playing in the back, that's pretty much gave me the heartwarming and the feeling.
For real.
Like, it. Not only that, it just made you want to go back and watch all volumes again.
For real.
It's, again, Volume 1 and Volume 2. Hell, when it worse, after Volume 1, you could watch RWBY X Queendom before Volume 2. After Episode 12, after, like, after Ren and Nora have their conversation, stop that part and watch Volume 2.
For real.
Or you're like, hey, I want to see how this goes. And you want to watch if you want to finish the episode, fine, but it's not going to be how it looks in Volume 2.
Real.
And again, freaking nostalgia, man. Like, fuck. But it's just holy fucking hell. Like, I don't know what else to. I don't know what else to say.
Same here.
And yeah, I know. Like, we're getting tons of RWBY content. Hell, RWBY is getting a new freaking video game since they released Grim Eclipse or something like that.
Yeah.
And the game basically takes in freaking Volume 7 before Volume 8.
Yeah.
And oh man. And we're getting Volume 9 next year. And there's rumors going on we might get first ever RWBY film that involved RWBY and Justice League, which I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah, me either.
Because I just didn't like the comic, because I had to do my research, like, wait, how age are these characters? And it actually stated that each member of the Justice League are in their minor age.
Yeah, they aged down the Justice League.
They don't even look like they're minor. They look like in their adult age.
Yeah.
And so Well, worse, it's gonna make us even more heartbreak when we watch Volume 9.
Yep.
But now we need to ask one simple question. Do we consider this series of Ruby Ice Queendom as canon? So, you wanna go ahead and answer that question?
For me, I personally think I'm in between is canon and not canon.
But to me, I consider this as canon mainly because I'm hearing myself. But anyway, I consider this as canon because I feel like it fits well in the actual main timeline. Like, after Volume 1, you don't have to watch the recap of the first 3 episodes. You just watch the episode 4 through 12, basically 9 episodes, and stop half of the 12th episode and watch Volume 2. And I feel like it does fits well in the main timeline as a whole. So, even though Rooster Teeth doesn't consider this as canon, but to me, I consider this as canon because it fits well in the main timeline. So, if none of that, it kept the characters who they were before how they grown now.
Yeah.
So, I consider this as canon, in my opinion. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We'll have to say to this as a whole. And basically, we've reached an hour-long video for this. Was not expecting it would be this long, honestly.
Same here.
And I got nothing else to say or talk about at this point because we basically covered up everything as a whole right now.
Very much.
So, yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we're planning on doing more of this in the future when Volume 9 comes out. So, be on the lookout for that one as well. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Links to my other channels, my social medias, Discord server, and Crimson Hollow's channel will be down below the description box. Go subscribe to the channel, give us a level of support, and you guys know the drill about my other channels, so on and so forth. Again, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Ruby is love, Ruby is life, keep moving forward, and I'll see you guys later.